Hello everyone and welcome to another GM livestream. I am GM Ryden. With me is GM Storm. Storm, how are you feeling today?
Doing good. Big day for Elsword. Closing out the summer updates. So a lot of good stuff we have for you guys today.
Yes, a very big day to just kind of like point out because like a lot of comments have been made about our new Spirit Lord's Temple giant boss dungeon with a giant boss indeed. And I've seen the comments both on SNS. I've seen it in Discord. You guys aren't really clever. I've seen them, but yeah, we have quite a bit of stuff that came in with today's update. But before we go over that, Storm, we need to start with our community events. Tell us about Discord Quest for this week.
You know, I figured that was going to happen this time, so I made sure to remember it. I've got it up this time because there's a lot of quests, so you know, they kind of get mixed up. But this week, it's another just simple question for you guys. Everybody obviously loves hanging out in Elsword. There's a lot of good places to go hang out. All you need to do is let us know your go-to hangout spot in Elsword. If you want, send a screenshot with it. I saw a lot of people showing off their L house, some people hanging out with their friends in the fishing spots. So just go ahead and answer that. Give a screenshot if you want, and you'll be entered into our monthly raffle.
We do also have Who's That Character? A picture is going to be posted every day of a blackened silhouette. You have to figure out who that character is. It could be from one of our illustrations, or it could be the in-game model. We might give a tiny hint about them, maybe. But you will have 24 hours to figure it out and fill out the Google form to enter. This is an everyday thing, so you can enter every day to win multiple times, which means you can win multiple KC. So I believe it's 300 per winner, and we are choosing 3 winners per day. I'll just open it up on my end just to make sure. That's for August. August is still proceeding at the moment. We will be announcing winners later this week. Yes, 300 KC for 3 winners per day. And again, you can win multiple times. So you win twice, that's 600 KC. You win 3 times, that's 900. So take advantage of it. We also have a weekly cryptogram. This week it's going to be locations. We have a number of different locations in the world of Elrios. Non-dungeon, it's mostly going to be like towns, rest areas, and camps, and so on. So just figure out the cryptogram, post the answers correctly. If you get them all correct, you will enter a drawing for some KC. We also have our monthly fashion event. This month is going to be fall-themed, and because it's fall-themed, we need to see those fall fashions. We did have a couple of custom motions and even some costumes come back. Maybe they can actually fit into your wardrobe. You can use the magic wardrobe, in fact, to create your character's design for the costume. And right then and there, take a screenshot, post it on our Discord, and enter. We have also updated this so that it takes place over the whole month. We are going to be choosing 5 winners to win 600 KC each, and we will also feature you on our social media. Got it on YouTube. I do have a quick question. I may or may not have a quick answer. Storm may have a quick answer for you, but we need the question first. And we also have the Masterclass community event. Storm, do you remember what it is, and can you tell them while I go get the link?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't remember when that ends, but you have the opportunity to just run, 5 dungeons to get your masterclass? Maybe it's a few more than that.
Yep, it's 5 dungeons for it.
5 dungeons to masterclass. So if you're looking to level a character that you maybe don't really want to level just for that Elsword Party collection, or if you want to just try a new character, and you're not too worried about the collection, it's the best opportunity to do it. I did it for both of my characters, and I ended up liking one, and ended up, just trying to get the other for my collection. So, a lot of good opportunities with it. Don't miss out. It does not take much time. We even did a speed run against each other, and you barely had me beat. But doesn't take too long.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So yeah, great opportunity.
Yeah. The second cycle is going to end on the 23rd of this month, so 2 weeks from now, and you have 2 weeks to enter into the event. We are going to be giving 50 winners 300 KC that will be picked. So definitely enter. If you've done the Masterclass event already, just show us that you have unlocked your Masterclass and you can qualify for this. As I mentioned, I posted the links in both the YouTube and Twitch chat, so if you haven't entered, now's the time to do so. Alright, with all that said, we need to talk about this new giant boss. The Spirit Lord's Temple. Now we finally got the question from Garnet. I've asked you on Discord before, but will there be any update for the Pyro Costume set to be added in Magic Wardrobe due to it being in the shop as a reorder? I plan to buy it, is why I asked. Did I? I think I answered you, Garnet, already on Discord. If I didn't, then my apologies. I thought maybe I sent it. Maybe I typed it up in Mystic or something else. But right now, obviously, unless we've announced it, we can't really say. But I will bring up that as a concern, because I know like some people have mentioned it. In fact, I think I did bring it up recently, but I can bring it up again. Alright, now let's start. The Spirit Lord's Temple. Before we actually talk about the dungeon, Storm, how about we share with them our trailer for it?
I'd love to see the trailer. Let's have at it.
Alrighty.
이 몸이 바로 정령의 왕 마그무나. 흐르는 불이자 태우는 물이로다.
너희의 진실됨을 황가름하겠노라.
어서 오렴. 나도 너희와 한번 겨뤄보고 싶구나.
마조광이 돌아오면 모든 게 원래대로 돌아갈 거예요.
그래. 너희가 마주한 이 몸이
And that's the trailer. So, Storm, I think it's time we talk about this dungeon, because this is a pretty... We've had giant boss dungeons before. We've had Drabaki. We've had Titan's Grotto. We've had Plagueis' Labyrinth. We've had the Great Steel Wall. And now we have Spirit Lord's Temple. We've seen a lot of changes over the years with the new boss dungeons. So, the biggest one, and you can see it on the screen, there's a lot of accessories here. That's pretty much going to be the main draw. The accessories are going to be some of the biggest part of this dungeon. But you can also see that there is a limit to how many rewards you can get. This dungeon requires 10 million combat power, requires 1 to 6 players, so you can solo it. You can solo if you want.
You can solo it. Okay.
Yep.
Have you soloed it yet?
Actually, yes, I did last night on test server.
So tell me, how easy was it? So you're obviously over 10 million. Rate it.
I mean, it wasn't even that hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Granted, it took me 30 minutes, but that's because I was also trying to figure out the mechanics.
Okay. So maybe if somebody has a guide, it won't take too long if they try to solo.
I could talk a little bit about like some of the mechanics, because I've also experienced it today just to see like how are our regular players going to be able to handle it. And after playing it for like 30 minutes, like, oh, like, okay, I get what this mechanic is. Okay, I get what this mechanic is. Took me a while to figure it out, but I got what this mechanic is.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. You do need the Tenebra armor or higher to enter, so Tenebra or Exascale. But there is a weekly reward count of 10, but this is per character. Every dungeon clear is going to earn you 1 accessory from the Atma set, the Lotus World Spirit Lord's Jewel, or not Jewel, Lotus World Spirit Lord's accessory set. Blank Atma of whatever. And I say whatever, but that's because there's an element to it. So Atma of fire, Atma of growth, Atma of earth, wind, darkness, flow from what I've seen.
So all the elements.
Yeah, we're becoming the Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadly, we don't get any blood Atmas here. So, no blood bending.
Not yet.
Yeah. But, Storm, tell us a little bit more. Like, tell us, like, what the accessory slots are going to be. And tell us a little bit, like, in depth about these accessories.
Yeah, so the accessories, I believe there's face middle, face bottom. We've got arm, necklace, and top piece. Mm-hmm. So there's a good assortment between them. And then I think one of the more interesting parts is the ranks that go along with them. So I believe they can vary in rank, and then I'm sure you'll get to it eventually here, but the new system is going to allow you to kind of craft what you want based on those ranks. If you dismantle them in a way using the new system, I believe. Mm-hmm. So the ranks are kind of what's going to make it interesting. Obviously, you want the higher ranks to get more stats, but if you end up not getting a piece that you want, eventually you're going to be able to work towards it, which is one of my favorite things about it. I think having something that you can always grind towards and eventually you're going to get there because you're able to dismantle those pieces is probably one of the better parts about this, I think.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, when you dismantle the accessory, you get an item that you can use to craft, or not really craft, but you can use the fusion system that we recently added to create another accessory of the same ranking, or a chance to go higher. So you can get yourself a better accessory. Now you're going to probably do this on accessories that you don't really have like a lot of, but you are really looking forward to. Like say you got almost every single part of the accessory set, but you got 4 necklaces that you're not using. Dismantle them, and if they are of the same rank, you can go try to create that missing piece using the fusion system and get it of the same ranking. And the ranking is also going to be very important because all these Atma accessories have a set effect that is determined based on the rank of the accessory. Specifically, if you are equipped with all 5 accessories, it will use the 4 Atma accessories of the highest rank.
So if we've got 3 accessories of the highest rank and we don't have more than that, it will not include a lower rank accessory in that set.
It will. Okay.
It will. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll read it the way it's listed on the website, and then I'll try to give you a direct example. So, the set effect on our website, which is the Atma'Ram Giant Boss Experience event, it specifically states the lowest rank of the 4 Atma accessories of highest rank that activates the set effect will determine the rank of the set effect. So, for those of you who know, we have a number of different rarities on all of the items in the game, and these accessories are no different. So you got your normal, you got your rare, you got your elite, you got your unique, and there's also a legend tier. And granted, only one of these actually will apply for legend, and we'll get to that later. Now, we did provide a couple of examples. For example, if you have 2 unique, 2 rare, and 1 elite grade accessory equipped, then the set effect will apply with the values of the rare set effect. Still with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if say you have 4 unique and 1 rare, you will get the effects of the unique grade. So you get the unique grade values. So
wow.
You definitely want to try to go for those higher grades. And
it's good deal.
Mm-hmm. And at 10 rewards a week per character, you can easily get yourself a unique. I actually think I got maybe 2-3 uniques on a single character. I just gotten extremely lucky. I know someone in a party I was in did get the legendary accessory, which is going to be fun to talk about because you guys may have saw when I was kind of just highlighting, but there is a legendary accessory here that is very, very powerful. And now, said legendary accessory only applies to the top piece, the Lotus World Spirit Lord's Mandala. You can get it in any of the elements, but because it's a legendary, that means it has the highest stat values. So if you drop a unique, you're probably going to use it because it's going to be that good. But you're going to want that legendary for sure. But Storm, there's another thing about the top piece that needs to be said.
Let's hear it.
What did we do 2 weeks ago for Code of Honor
no.
and Engine Cooling System?
We increased their drop rates significantly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be able to be incorporated into this.
Yes, so in fact, I'm actually going to go into the town. So I'm going to leave my nice little L home. Jump into Magmelia.
I thought you were going to ask me about like a specific sentence that was said 2 streams ago.
No.
I wouldn't put it past you on that one.
I mean, I tell a lot of jokes. That would technically be a joke, actually. But having said that, so if you talk to Eris here, the accessory shop owner, and Magmelia, you choose the craft option, you can see that we have a lot of new options. And you can now create the various Lotus World Spirit Lords Mandala Nirvana, which requires Code of Honor, Engine Cooling System, and the top piece accessory. Now, on my screen, as you guys are seeing, it says Legendary, but if we scroll back a little bit, I'll choose this one. This one is Unique Grade. You are not required to get the Legendary to get this new accessory. You just need any version of the back accessory. So you can get Rare, you can get Elite, you can get Legendary, you can get Unique. As long as you have those 2 accessories plus the Atma one, you can combine them.
Wow.
And you can actually see, well, I'm going to jump to the Legendary, because the Legendary is the cool one, let's be honest. You can see with the Legendary one here, when you combine it, you're going to get 10% more damage to enemies with 100% HP or less. That is 10% more damage guaranteed. You will get 6% continuous damage. You will get a special Mandala effect that will activate on command and actives at a 10% chance to deal some additional damage. And you get 3% adaptation. Now, Storm, I've been seeing some discussions about this on Discord. And all I'm going to say is people are immediately going, this is going to be the best installed accessory. Even if you don't have Unique, even if you don't have Legendary. If you drop a top piece, craft one of these, whatever one you get, just for that damage increase.
So it sounds like everybody out there should be going for this as soon as they can.
Mm-hmm. And so far, I'm scrolling through it, you get 10% damage increase on every single grade. The only difference is the continuous damage effect and the adaptation effect. And of course the Mandala effect, which is only tied to the Legendary. Now, you might be giving up 1% of continuous damage, 1% of adaptation. That might be a loss that you can take. So the moment that you get one of these, maybe if you have an Engine Cooling System and Code of Honor in your inventory, just craft it. Increase your damage. That's what I've been seeing people say. That might probably be the play to do. So, with 10 million combat power, and all you really need to do is just get access to Atma'Ram to create your party. Or, if you use Party Finder, you could probably just join in, if you're lucky. Get one of these as a drop. Absolute cinema. Wait, hold on. Absolute cinema. I had to do the pose.
I wasn't watching the stream during it, so let's see it again. Just do it one more time.
No. I kind of did it twice. The first time, but I'm like, no, I didn't time it, so let me now time it. Anyway. So, yeah, just get the accessory, do that. And of course, if you don't have Code of Honor or Engine Cooling System, as we mentioned, we did increase the drop rates. We did have a drop rate event recently that I know a lot of people actually used to their advantage to get these accessories. I did that as well. I needed to get some extras. And I don't regret it. So, that's pretty much the simple thing. Let's actually talk a little bit about the set effects. So, the first one I'm immediately jumping to is Nirvana of Wind. So the wind effect, or the wind set effect, gives you EXP gain. 50% Storm. Didn't we just release a dungeon that has like such high EXP gain that people were gaining levels easily?
This definitely looks like something you'll want to bring to that.
Mm-hmm. And it does also have all skill damage plus 15%. And upon using special active skill, increase all skill damage by 50% on a 1% chance. So extra 50% skill max or all skill damage for a few seconds, which is
Wow.
Your skills are gonna hurt. And if you're doing magma breath with that set, then expect to be clearing much faster. So I know like people were getting like 2 to 3 minute runs on average for the new dungeon. So now they're gonna be getting probably faster runs with this, especially with the new top piece. Now, of course, you do need to have 4 of these accessories. So you need the third eye, the jewel, bracelet, neck ornament, or the mandala. Well, you need 4 of those. And the combination top piece that you make is part of that set bonus. So you don't have to worry about losing out on the potential set bonus. We got Flow, which using a quick slot item will reduce all skill cooldowns by 60%. Using 3 will increase your physical magical attack power by 20%. Granted, this is the highest version of it. I'm actually going to probably switch to the unique just to make sure. Just to make sure. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Wait, this one was Flow? Yep, that one's Flow. Next is Grove. While you're awakened, your critical damage is going to be increased by 30%. Critical damage. And I know for a fact that people tend to run as much crit chance as possible to the point where they're never seeing a non-red number. So they're always getting those crits. That's a lot of damage that they're going to get, Storm.
I'd like to see all non-red numbers.
Mm-hmm. There will be a 200 MP recovery upon awakening with a 10-second cooldown. Now, granted, there is one downside to this set effect, Storm. It's horrible. You're boosting your crit damage, but you're reducing your critical chance by 6%.
Okay.
To be fair, that is one magic stone. One Sage's magic stone that you can actually cover.
So not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay.
I got the Earth set. Upon using a hyperactive skill, you'll increase your hyperactive skill cooldown acceleration by 1.5 times for 60 seconds. You'll also increase all skill damage by 20%. Transcendent slot skill damage by 30% for 30 seconds, which will also end after 3 skill uses, so may want to time those perfectly. I was actually trying to think about this one. I know like some people were saying like this probably isn't going to be the best one, but I know that there are a few characters who may want to use their hyperactives. I know Twins Picaro is one of them. So activate this for Twins Picaro, you get that hyperactive off cooldown much faster. Who knows? If you combine it with a couple of other things and some other skills to increase the cooldown acceleration more and apply some cooldown reduction, you can probably stay in hyperactive mode permanently. Next up we have Darkness. This is another one I've seen some people actually talk about that could be like hit or miss depending, but it's actually, I don't know, I've actually been thinking about it myself, but it's like if you can switch between using 2 types of skills, you can maximize your damage bonus for this. So the 4-piece effect is when you use a strength skill, your next bravery skill damage will be increased by 25% for 60 seconds. So you're going to probably use a bravery skill after that.
Yeah.
But if you use a bravery skill... Wait, what's up?
I was going to say, if you really plan this out well, I mean, it seems like a really, really solid thing to take.
Yeah. If you use a bravery skill, though, you do lose that bravery skill damage buff. So it will apply to your skill, but you're now going to increase the next strength skill damage by 25%. And as it says on the set effect, it ends when the other buff is active. So you can only have one of these buffs, and you're going to be cycling through it. But, Storm, That's a pretty simple, easy fix. Use bravery, strength, bravery, strength, bravery, strength, bravery, strength, bravery, strength, bravery, strength. Boom.
Sounds like you're trying to turn that into a jingle.
It's bravery, it's strength, bravery, strength, bravery, strength, and bravery, strength. Not strength, strength, or bravery, bravery. It's actually bravery, then use strength.
You know what? Raiden does a jingle should be a new reward thing we could
Overruled pass.
overrule fast.
All right, we come to our last element, the sixth element, the flame. And this is also another one I've seen talked about a lot. Kind of like a downside from what I've heard. Probably some people are considering it like one of the best to use because it's really non-situational, like the darkness one is, like flow is, like earth, even like grove actually. Well, even grove probably not so much. But flame gives you a 7% all speed buff by consuming an L's essence every 60 seconds. You also get a special active skill damage plus 20% effect by using another L's essence whenever you cast a skill. Some people might already recognize this effect. It's from the Setting Sun title, which you get from Titan's Grotto. Now, I've heard good things because that's just damage. That's just damage on top of damage you're already dealing, so who doesn't like more damage? The downside I've heard is this is going to drain your L's essences. But you know what? There's always sources of L's essence that you can get. Alright? You can always just get more L shard mysteries or mystery L shards, convert them, and then convert those to L's essences. So, I don't know. Let us know in our feedback thread on Discord what set effect that you might be going for, as well as like your experiences with this. In fact, if you guys are in the chats right now, feel free to share them with us in Twitch, on YouTube. We want to know. So let us know how this new dungeon has been for you. Now, Storm, what else do we have as part of the Experience Atma'Ram Giant Boss Dungeon event?
You're talking about the actual event itself, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I believe it's a two-parter, right? So we've got the completing it 5 times to get some, I think we can get some fighter potions, resurrection stones, and some additional stuff. Mm-hmm. And then there's also an additional quest to complete Plagueis' Labyrinth, a Great Steel Wall, for some additional keys. So kind of a two-parter there with a couple different quests that you guys can complete for some additional rewards. I feel like you guys are probably going to be running those dungeons anyways, so why not?
Mm-hmm. And the extra entry for Steel Wall and Plagueis' Labyrinth is going to be really good because I know some people really want those titles. In fact, those are two of the best titles available for different reasons. The Sealer of Plagueis title, for example, being one of the best farming titles. Though, considering that we did just get a new title with this boss dungeon, it's going to get retired soon for those of you who can clear this 12 times. Now, granted, that is once per week in terms of a title count. So, it'll take about 3 months or so to get the new title, but it's going to give you a lot more EXP. You're going to get 10% more EXP compared to the Sealer of Plagueis title. And it has similar effects to it. So, I can already tell you now, if you have access to Spirit Lord's Temple, definitely start working towards that title. But if you don't, or you want to use a different title in the meantime, Sealer of Plagueis is a really good title for your EXP and item drop rate farming. So if you guys are still trying to unlock that, you still got run counts that need to be completed, you can get the Plagueis Labyrinth keys that are in this Giant Boss Key Select Queue. But if you're going for something that has a bit more oomph to it, especially for you more healer/support types, the Attack of Steel Machines title from the Great Steel Wall is perfect because it provides a 48% decrease in defense. It provides a one-time resurrection with I believe it's a 180 second cooldown. Actually, no, I think that's PvP. I think it's 60 seconds in PvE. It provides attribute resistance reduction. In short, it provides a lot of very useful effects that's gonna increase your attack support and help your damage dealers deal more damage. So, If you need to get that title, go for those steel wall keys. Would you like to also talk about the celebration packages that we have, Storm?
Yeah, I'm actually taking a look at them right now because we were just. I thought we were talking a little bit about that, but there's a lot of good deals going on with these. Taking a look at a few of them here. We've got the Atma'Ram Giant Boss Update Commemorative Package. I believe, is that just all of them then? Kind of together.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, okay, so there's the 3 of them, and each of them have some different things. We've got one of them with Magma Breath Experience Boost tokens. We've got another with Aqua Whistle, additional entry tickets, and then a third one with Spirit Lord's Temple weekly reward count restoration tags, which, again, you can only get up to 10 rewards per week with it, but if you have some of these, you're going to be able to get some more rewards to get more of those accessories.
To be honest, I am tempted to buy one, actually, because...
I was looking at them. They look good.
Yeah. I mean, the Blessed Time and Space Scrolls on their own is really good, but those extra reward counts, I kind of want to try to get that legendary accessory.
Yeah, and they all give 165, I think, of those scrolls, it looks like.
There's so much going on now that you can't understand if... you want to get into... that's not true, Bullets. You can definitely understand it. I mean, you may need to take it a little bit slower, because I know like one thing that people like to do is they like to rush into things, and then they hit that wall, and then they get like super confused. It's like, wait, hold on, what is this new thing? I have no idea. Take it slow.
Yeah, there's a lot of in-game events, but I mean they last a long time, and you could take it kind of one at a time, and usually logging in and completing some dungeons will kind of get you going.
Yeah, definitely head to our Discord. And the people there are willing to help you out. I know, like, there's, like, one person who, like, over these past few days, I don't know if they just started or if they're a returning player, but they've been, like, doing the Submergence of Abyss weapon event and the Combat Power Boost event and kind of, like, asking for, like, a lot of help. But the community has been very helpful with them. So don't be afraid to ask players for help. They will help you.
Discord's a great place to start, too. Shameless plug.
And yeah, we also got the Discord community events going on, so that's even more reason to join. All right.
Especially with the summer updates, it's kind of easier than ever to kind of get back into it. A lot of quality of life stuff, ways to boost your character up, get to the end game, and there's still opportunities right now to get that plus 11 Submergence of Abyss weapon fully finished, especially with the new stuff that was added this week.
All right. Now we also have a couple of updates for our current events. One is the Senpai Adventures to the Rescue Dungeon Support Operation event, and 2 is the we just named it, the plus 11 Submergence of Abyss weapon. In fact, technically it's a new event. Technically it's a new event because we are now calling it the plus 11 Submergence of Abyss Boost event. So
Boost event.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you explain the Boost event. So. But before we get there, updates to the Senpai Adventures one. With this new giant boss dungeon, with the new Spirit Lord's Temple, we are adding it as a dungeon for the Senpais out there and even the Kohais to, get the event rewards. So the Senpais can get their points, and the Kohais can get their clears. Don't think that there's anything else regarding the Senpai event, so it's mostly just the Boost event. One thing is that the Spirit Lord's Temple dungeon is being added to the list of dungeons for quest completion. So we do have like the giant boss dungeons, for example, as one of the mission requirements. That the Spirit Lord's Temple dungeon is being added to that, so more reason to do it. With that said, Storm, tell us a bit more about the Boost event.
Let's see. Are you talking about the plus 11 Submergence of Abyss?
Yeah, the Boost event.
Okay. Well, for those looking to complete their weapon, I mean, there's plenty of opportunities still. I think we've got how much time do we have? Is it
2 more weeks? 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. So 2 more weeks to complete special quests, weekly quests, and now there's a repeat quest as well now that I'm seeing. I still think there's a good opportunity. I personally haven't completed my weapon yet, unfortunately, but I'm gonna get there. There's time, especially with the new stuff that was added. So just get your dungeon runs in, And there's a couple titles that you can get, but like we were talking about, if you go to Discord, if you look in for groups, I guarantee there's people out there that can help you with it and get your plus 11 permanent weapon, which is just going to make such a big difference, I think, for pretty much everybody's combat power.
And of course, there is always solo mode for the raids if you guys need to do that. So don't be afraid to try out the solo mode raid, especially if it's just to learn the mechanics. If you're unsure of the mechanics, ask the players. They'll either provide you like a, say, text, video, or picture guide that will show you the mechanics, explain the mechanics, and then you can practice it with the solo mode. And it might take a while to, of course, because you're not used to it, but it is possible to clear.
There's a lot of good content out there as well. There's video guides, there's text guides in Discord. So if you need help with clearing it solo, check those guides out. Obviously, I think it's great to go into a new raid, a new dungeon blind. And then once you start seeing something you don't understand, go look back and see what you're missing.
Though if you're going to do that solo. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, do that solo. I'm talking solo. Solo for sure. Good place to start.
If you do try that with the party, at least tell them, hey, this is my first time doing it. Can you give me any tips? And make sure you just listen. That's the thing that you need to focus on. But as part of the event, 3 new weekly quests were added. Use character skill 250 times, clear raid 10 times excluding story mode, and clear dungeons within your level range 30 times. This will earn you 20, 30, and 40 points respectively, which is another 90 points per week for this week and next week. So if you were like, I'm near the end, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it in time, that's 180 points with this week and next week. You should be able to make it. Because don't forget that we still have the previous ones available. There is also the repeatable quest, as Storm mentioned. This one, you got to clear Atma'Ram region dungeons 10 times. So with the boost event and the plus 11 SOA, you should have access to Atma'Ram. You need 9 million combat power and just clear 1 Serpentine dungeon to unlock it. You do have to unlock Dumaporia, which is the same requirement. Clear 1 Serpentine dungeon. So if you didn't unlock Dumaporia, do 1 dungeon to clear that mission. Turn it in. You'll then have the Atma'Ram region mission to unlock it. Clear another Serpentine dungeon. Boom. Atma'Ram is now yours. While you're there, do your Aqua Whistle daily. Get the new magic stones. And then spam Magma's Breath for that sweet, delicious EXP. You'll build up your... Yes, it's delicious because it builds up your L Residence level, Storm. I love it. The EXP farmers are eating good. Okay? And since that quest is repeatable, you only get 5 points. Not a lot. I know it's not a lot. But the fact that it's repeatable means that you will not have to worry about missing out. It's a fluffy cat invasion.
It always is.
It's not an invasion. It's my home. They're my lovely cats. Technically, they're all the community members too. That's the new lore now. These are all the community members. What else is there to mention? I know that there's something else. I feel like I'm blanking on something important. Actually, you know what? I mentioned it earlier, and I still haven't done it. I just realized that. Let's talk a little bit more about that giant boss dungeon. And a little bit about the mechanics, actually.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to enter it. Sorry. I can't show it to you. So, talking a little bit about it, because I know some people were a little bit confused about the mechanics. So, having soloed it myself on test server and figuring it out, it's not that difficult. I've seen people compare the difficulty of this dungeon to some of the previous giant boss dungeons. Steel Wall is considered a very tough dungeon. Plagueis Labyrinth, not so much. so far people have compared Spirit Lord's Temple to Plagueis' Labyrinth in terms of difficulty. It does have some mechanics that you need to do here and there. But if you're powerful enough, you could probably skip the mechanics. But if you do have to do the mechanics, it's not that bad. So, starting with Phase 1. As you guys saw in the trailer, the statue has like a head that can turn. There are 3 faces to it. And each face has a different ultimate attack. The starting head will usually be like the angry face. It'll try to do a sort of... what's it called? Test of power. Where you need to go into the center, and then you have to do a rhythm minigame. You overcome it, you stun it, and then just deal so much damage. Also, welcome, Varen. Welcome back. The other heads, one of them will summon a pillar of light from the sky. What you need to do is get behind one of the 4 rocks that are spawned, so that the explosion deals no damage to you. This mechanic might seem very familiar. If you guys don't know, Hell Mode Master Road for El Reno Training Grounds, or, as I'm pulling it up on the screen, Hell Mode Rosso. His ultimate attack... excuse me. His ultimate attack, he will start off with flames appearing from 3 different sides. And you need to go into the area, which is either the top, the bottom, left, or the right, that doesn't have any fire coming towards you, to survive. Right after that, you need to go behind one of the rocks that he summons during the battle, because he is going to do a fiery explosion. You get behind the rock, you are invulnerable. The mechanic in Spirit Lord's Temple is the same. Very simple. The third one. The third one is one, unfortunately, I think I may have figured out, but I'm still unsure because I only got to see it once. And I actually no. I saw it 3 times. But the last one is where I think I figured it out. You get 3 large stones that fall from the sky, and you need to destroy them to reduce the damage from the boss. And I believe they can only be destroyed by using certain types of attacks. So you just gotta figure out what type of attack. And because I noticed my special actors weren't hitting one of them, so I tried commands and actives, and it started dealing damage. Don't forget to cook the seal for daily Atma magic stones. Oh no, Baron. Now, granted, I am for eating animals. I am a proud member of PETA, aka People Eating Tasty Animals. So, Storm, don't give me that look. But I will gladly save any animal just so that we can eat them later. All right, I'm okay with the deliciousness of it. All right, but that's pretty much it for Phase 1. Phase 2. Now, granted, this one I have very little experience when it comes to a group. I'm more on the solo side. But from what I've had with a group, everyone just damage focuses the boss and just ignores the actual mechanic for it. Which is like, if you have the damage for it, I can understand. In the solo mode, it'll probably take you a lot longer than doing the actual mechanic itself. But if maybe you're on like a team that doesn't have the highest damage dealing, you might want to do the mechanic. So, the ultimate attack will usually be like, the boss is going to rise up to the sky, and you need to place a little block of water to actually just stop a wave of lava. How does that work? I don't know, but that's it. And yeah, as Varen said in Twitch chat, if your party has big damage, entire Phase 2 mechanic can be skipped. That is actually true. From what I was seeing, like, it can be skipped. It was happening to me in most of my runs, so yeah, it can happen. But in my solo experience, you have like 6, what's the word? Missions? Quests? I guess we could probably call it that. That will pop up here and there. There'll be like a little circle. It's blank when you enter that phase. But when the mechanic starts, it will be replaced with like a picture, and the picture will be a hint as to what to do. You might get something that is very simple to understand, like you're going to see consumables. It's clearly telling you don't use your consumables because there's a nice little line that is like, no, these are bad. Don't use them. If you do the mechanic successfully, you gain a point. If you don't, you can lose a point. So you got to be careful about that. I know that some people were a little bit confused about it. One of which was the scale, I think. And one of the things I remember from that is there are nice little shining lights that appear. Usually when you see a scale, Storm, what does that mean?
Which type of scale?
The kind that you see like at the courthouse, we'll say. Like, you know, like Lady Justice holding up the scales of justice.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like a dragon scale or something. Like
Oh,
when we see dragon
no.
scale.
No.
Okay. Well, you're trying to balance the scale. Then.
Exactly. Balance. So, from my experience, when I saw that there was like, say, an odd number, I turned it into an even number. Because when you have an odd number of things on a balancing scale like that, what usually happens?
It's not even.
It's usually, well, yes, obviously, because it's odd, but it's not balanced. Like, you take 3 coins and then 2 coins, and you put them on opposite sides, the 3 coin is going to be tilting that scale. But if you take 2 coins in one scale, or on one side, and 2 coins on the other, it's balance. It wants you to balance out. Now, I think Night of Solace and Twitch is saying "damn the goats" mostly because people can skip the mechanic. But unironically, there is a picture of a goat for one of the mechanics.
Huh.
Which I was like, a goat? What? I don't get it. And it was like, the game does give you a hint with text. And when I saw it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Don't hit the enemies that spawn. Because the mini-boss, or the boss will spawn small enemies on the left and right side. Just don't defeat them. I believe the text says something like, don't sacrifice life. Which, when you think about it, that actually makes sense. Don't destroy them. That's sacrificing their lives. Let's see. I know like one mechanic is don't use specific skill types. Which that kind of is very, 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 very obvious. That's all I can remember for the second mechanic. Now, why do these mechanics really matter? Because most people are just like damage skipping it, but for those who can't do that, why does that matter? If you complete it, you move on to the next phase, regardless of how much health the boss has. I remember when I was like testing this on test server, I was like at 250 health bars when I reached 6 completion quests, whatever. And the boss suddenly just moved to the next phase. I was like, what? That's it? That's all you had to do? Cool. But here's the thing. It's 6 per player. So in a team, I could see why they're just kind of like, you know, dealing all the damage. Because with a party of 6, that's 36. Which is what I saw when I entered with the full party today. I'm like, oh. How much damage do we do? Never mind. We don't need to do this. And you get 1 stack of the meter per player. So as long as per player who completes the mechanic. It's birth rate. Not exactly, Varen. You don't get punished for doing it. Like if you use a banned skill, you're not going to have to deal with the roar from the boss, who's going to suddenly kill you. And then we come to the third phase. Can you believe that the second phase is the longest explanation that we had to do for this?
What do we got for the third phase?
Third phase is like probably one of the more easier ones. There is a force mechanic at 150 health bars, which can be one of 2 attacks. The first one is a laser attack. And the laser attack is very interesting because it's another similar attack to one that we've seen before in the Crimson Cradle of Flames. Specifically Phase 2. One of the attacks that... I forget the specific name of the boss in Phase 2. I want to call it Dark Recluse, or just Recluse. But he has 2 ultimate attacks that bypass invincibility frames. The first one is like a tornado that destroys the platform depending on where it's placed. The second one is the one I'm referring to, where there will be lasers on the left and right side, and there is only one safe area horizontally. So you need to go on the platform that is safe. This is very much the same type of mechanic as that, but there is more platforming involved. Because now you need to step on clouds and balance yourself on that. Well, I say balance, but you just have to be on the cloud. You also get the ability to place a cloud with the F1 key. This can make it easier to traverse or get into a safe spot. The second attack is another one that is a little bit scarier, because this one I think is the one that a lot of people have trouble with. There will be some lotus flowers that will pop up all over the map. I want to say it's 2 per player, because I remember when I was soloing I saw 2, but when I was playing with a group I think I saw 12. But certain lotus flowers will keep you safe, others will not. The way I like to look at it, like which one is the safe one, which one is the not safe one, look at your character. If your character starts flashing, they're safe. And the reason why I kind of like figured that part out is with our good old buddy Rosso. The attack I mentioned earlier, the one where you hide behind a rock to avoid his explosion, it's a similar thing. When you're behind the rock, your character will start flashing to show you're invulnerable. So I'm like, wait a minute, I remember something like this. And I was invulnerable when my character was flashing. And I tried it when I was testing it, and all of a sudden, I was safe. I did not die. I was happy. It's like, I figured it out. It took me a while, but I figured it out. But something else to kind of like mention about this. These attacks, although they will bypass iframes, or in some cases you can't use iframes to dodge them, you can use revival effects to make it through. So, if you have like a Demerzio, an Avarice, Nix Pieta to use their masterclass skills to revive the party, or you have a Mad Paradox with the Seal of Time skill, or someone has the Seal of Time synergy, you could use that to survive the attacks without really worrying about them. Of course, you do have to make sure that they're off cooldown, because if you don't figure out the mechanics and you have to do it again, you're probably going to have to use a Resurrection Stone. Thankfully, because it's a giant boss dungeon, you have unlimited Resurrection Stone usage, so you'll be fine. You can use a revival effect title, Night Parade of the White Ghost, Freed Shadow, Attack of Steel Machines, Concerto, or Concerto, however you want to pronounce it. Fortunate's Fruit, Eclipse, there's quite a few of those. I realize that all bosses have one thing in common. If you do mech correctly, you will live, unless your party mate messed it up. In this case, it's not really an issue, because if a party member messes up, they will die, you won't. So it's just, you just gotta worry about yourself. Although I think in Phase 3, the one I mentioned, the one where you gotta find the lotus flower that will keep you safe, I think if 2 people stack up on the same one that would keep one of them safe, you nullify its effects. So you probably don't want to be standing on that one with them. But yeah, if you guys are struggling with it, thank you, R, for telling me that you completed the mission. What mission did I complete, actually?
Log it in for 60 minutes?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Ah.
I forgot about the intense event. Yes, if you stay alive, you'll live. Apparently, if you keep your HP above 0, you can complete anything.
good advice.
Yeah. I also hear like the best way of defeating enemies is to reduce their HP to 0.
Yeah, checks out, I think.
But what's the method to defeat Storm?
You know, I don't even know that one.
I was gonna
Check back next live stream and we'll see.
I was gonna say what, tacos maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Oddly enough, I did have tacos today, so
Oh dang! I had a burrito last night.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm feeling the effects because I had pepper jack cheese and that's spicy stuff for me. Make him cosplay as Twins Picaro. Maybe one day we need to make you do the Twins Picaro cosplay, considering I had to do that for months.
I'm not very artistic in that sense, but if somebody sent it, my way, then I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we'll send you the wig.
Okay, that works.
I still have the wig somewhere, so I'll just send it to you. All right. So we are going to be wrapping up this live stream. Storm, tell us once more, what is this week's Discord quest?
This week's Discord quest is probably what most of you are doing in Elsword right now, which is just hanging out in your favorite hangout spot. So all you need to do is tell us in the Discord thread where your favorite hangout spot is, attach a screenshot with it, and you'll be entered into our monthly raffle.
We also have the Discord Cryptogram. It's a weekly event, so we did launch ours earlier this week on Monday. You will have 7 days to complete it and figure out the puzzle. Right now we are doing like 7 just to kind of like make it easier for you guys. But we are probably going to add more and more as time goes on. But this week's cryptogram theme is going to be locations. So all you got to do is figure out what the locations are. And it's all Elsword locations. So you pretty much have like a spoiler by just like looking at the map, the world map in the game. So you know how to spell. But there are some hints for it. Definitely check it out. And make sure you fill out the Google form. If you get all the answers correct, you could be a winner of some KC. We have Who's That Character, which is an everyday event for the month of September up to the 15th. So we don't have many days left. We have today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next Monday, where we will post a screenshot or a picture that is a complete silhouette. It could be an in-game model or one of our illustrations, and you have to figure out who the character is. Don't worry, we're not going to do some crazy like character from above type angles, so you don't have to worry about that. Fill out the Google form for that one. Get the answer correctly. You could win 300 KC. The best part is we are choosing 3 winners per day. So if you enter every day, that is not just increasing your chances of winning, but it is increasing how much KC you can potentially win. You can win today, and then you can win on Monday for 600. So enter as many days as you can. We also have the monthly fashion event. It is currently fall themed for September. We did make some adjustments to it from last time where it was just the first half of the month. Now it's the whole month. So use the magic wardrobe if you don't have any, fall themed fashions that you may have in your inventory, but the magic wardrobe might have it. So use it, take a screenshot, post it on our Discord. And while you're at it, scroll through the entries and give a nice little heart emoji. We are using that to kind of see which ones people like, and we are kind of like looking at that to determine, well, not really determine, but we are looking at that to influence the winners because we want to give the community a voice on that. So you guys get to help out with that. You guys get to have some weight on the decision making. So with that said, make sure you look them over, get some nice little heart emojis out there or reactions to it, and yeah. We also have Spot the Difference coming up next Tuesday, so definitely join in for that one if you haven't done so. We will be announcing winners for August because there's still a lot of days to go through and a lot of answers to look through and make sure that they are correct, especially for Spot the Difference where, oh boy, I went a little bit overboard, Storm. I had like some 7 differences that's like, oh boy, did you get all 7? Did you get all 7? Did you get all 7? But plenty of opportunities to win some KC. While we're at it, there is Discord feedback threads for the Submergence of Abyss Boost event, which is the new event that we launched today that is providing more missions to make sure that you can make that plus 11 Submergence of Abyss weapon permanent. And of course, we have the Spirit Lord's Temple feedback thread open, so join in. Join in the discussion. Share with us your feedback. Do you like the dungeon? Do you hate the dungeon? Do you like the new accessories? Do you like how it's being done? Do you like how that you can fuse the dismantled items that you get from these accessories to make a new one, maybe even a better one? Definitely let us know. We are definitely looking forward to your feedback, so we want to hear it. Now, I also want to make a quick announcement. If everything goes as planned, because we are working hard on trying to do this, but we recently had the Pruanam Raid Guide Storm last Friday. This Friday, we might begin the live stream to show an Abyss Raid Guide.
Ooh.
Now, there is a lot to cover for Abyss Raid, so we're not going to cover everything, but we are going to at least start with the first dungeon and some pre-raid preparation that you can do. That's currently scheduled for this Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, if everything goes well. So we definitely got to make sure that we have like everything in preparation. All the footage is prepared. Definitely look over our social media and Discord for more details. We will make an official announcement about it tomorrow to confirm the date. If we are unable to do it, then you won't hear about it until maybe next week, because we are definitely going to do an Abyss Raid Guide next week. Whether it be the first one or the second one, well, we'll have to see how this week is going with the preparation. So, I know a lot of people have been asking for it. I think it's time that we deliver, even though we technically did it before with the solo mode, but I think people need a more guide rather than just run solo mode and try to talk it over. All right, with that said, Storm, any final words that you'd like to give for our illustrious fans?
Nope. Definitely just like Ryan said, make sure you guys get in on all the Discord events, and don't forget about that plus 11 weapon. Limited time, so make sure you get that before it's gone.
Yeah, Luminastry in the Twitch chat saying the missions for the plus 11 weapon have been updated. Thank you a lot. Yes, that's quite a lot of points that you can get now with the new weekly missions, and of course you have the repeatable missions for Atma'Ram. Help you earn some additional Outer Resonance points and the Atma Magic Stones while you're at it. Alright, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If everything goes as planned, we will see you on Friday for the Abyss Raid Guide. Definitely tune into our social media and Discord for that announcement. That said, take care everyone, and enjoy the Spirit Lord's Temple Dungeon.